Alright, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but apparently my audio seemed to have cut off during the middle of recording. And we were on rock climbing where I was. Where was. Yeah. I also have been a beer pong girl, minus the beer sub a Zelter. Okay, so she also likes beer pong, okay. And her pet peeves are clapping when the plane lands, slow walkers, or no offense, or I'm kidding. Oh, yeah. What is the biggest accomplishment you're most proud of? Completing an accelerated nursing degree in 17 months and receiving my nursing license. I was never a sciencey girl. School just didn't come easy to me. After many sleepless nights of studying, blood, literally, blood? Holy cow! Sweat and tears, I did it. You. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I can say the alphabet backwards in 5 seconds. I can touch my tongue to my nose, and I was an Irish step dancer for 10 years. Wow, that is pretty cool. Who is your biggest inspiration? I can't just pick one. I have to say both my parents. They truly are the two of the hardest working people I know, no matter what life throws at me. They take it, accept it, and always keep a positive mindset. When my dad was diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago, shortly after, my mom had a second heart attack and my dad was receiving home chemotherapy. Watching how the both of them tackled the devastation was nothing short of inspiring. So apparently, her parents are her biggest inspiration because of the fact that they are going through health struggles right now, and the way they are moving on, even the way they are fighting them, and they're like fighting these diseases and getting stronger from it. That's what seems to inspire her. And why will you be the sole survivor? If there's one thing I know about me, it's that I work my ass off at everything I do. Yeah, but unfortunately, sometimes people will not always see that. There is no such thing as 100% in my book. Always 150% or nothing. I plan to follow suit here. Also, I like to say I'm a pretty good time. My friends tell me my laughter is contagious. I just hope my tribe feels the same. Yeah, I think her laughter is gonna set her aback a bit. I practiced the last year, so I expect those 4 a.m. gym wake up calls to shine through in the challenges. Well, let's hope so, but or else I think you're gonna be an early boot. So next is Soul Yi, a 43-year-old originally from Del City, Oklahoma, now living in Norfolk, Connecticut, who works in medical device sales. He describes himself as witty, friendly, and lucky. Besides Oklahoma football, Survivor is what I love to watch most. I have everything I've ever wanted in life now, and now I get to play my favorite game, which is Survivor. What's one life experience you feel that's made you feel prepared for the game? Both of my parents worked 2 jobs and were rarely home. Since I was a boy, I've learned to figure it out. Because both of his parents were like working multiple jobs in order to make ends meet. He was essentially having to be self-resilient, resourceful, and he has to solve stuff on his own. So basically, he basically is self-sufficient. Which previous player would you identify with most? Who do you think you will play most like? Gabler. We are both in medical sales. We both have a strong ability to build bonds and have self awareness. So he's going to be relying on a social gameplay. Adam, I'm a strategist, so he's with a bit of strategy. And Tyson, in hopes to win people over with charm, which will be useful for jury managing. What will you value in an alliance partner? To keep your mouth shut. Stick to the plan while also being adaptable if need be. Their ability to act. So he basically wants people to be able to keep their secrets, stick to their plan, and because changing plans is not always great, of course, and their ability to act. So I guess like follow through on their plans is what I'm guessing. And his favorite hobbies are poker, working out, personal growth, and eating kimchi. His pet peeves are treating people in the service industry like crap. Be kind. His biggest accomplishment is his wife. He used to live with international pop sensation Ryan Cabrera. Now, I don't know who he is, but I'm sure some of you do. And his biggest inspiration is this will all come to an end. Once I recognized and accepted this, my second life started. That is not an answer, but I guess that's the best we're gonna get. Why will you be the soul power? I have more than willpower. I have soul power. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Now, in terms of soul winning, I don't know. My gut's telling me that he's gonna be an early boot. I hope I'm wrong, but I think he's gonna be an early boot. Anyways, next is Sue Smay, a 59-year-old who from New York who is a flight school owner. So she owns a flight school. That is awesome. 3 words to describe you: Badass, fearless, and adrenaline junkie. That's 4 words, but that's okay. Why do you want to be part of Survivor? It's been a lifelong dream. So she's been around since the beginning, and she calls herself a competitor, and she finds Survivor thrilling, and she does want the title. Of course, like everybody else. Alright, cool. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? I grew up spending my summers on an island with generations of family. We were poor, no drinking water, no hot showers, no heat. Had to scalp to the water wells with jugs for water, jump in the river to bathe, start a fire for cold days. Grandparents only had an outhouse. This experience is far worse, but I have an idea of what to expect. So basically, she's basically lived on an island throughout her childhood, and that that experience is going to help her be able to prepare for this game. The previous player, which previous player do you identify with most, and who do you think you will play most like? Tony, but I feel like it will be a combo of Tony and Suri. Okay, that's a pretty respectable combo. What do you value in an alliance partner? We all know alliances are only temporary, so I'm not expecting much from anyone. Yes, some honesty. I think Sue might be a contender to win this game potentially. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but I think she might be a good contender. We are all going to lie to each other. As a teammate, I'm hoping to learn a new language, maybe to dance, maybe to learn someone's cultural or spiritual beliefs. Favorite hobbies are racquetball, tennis, snow skiing, ice skating, building stone fireplaces. Okay, so she's going to be really good at making fires. So if she goes to the final four, she might be able to do this, and making mantles or wood columns. Her pet peeps are one-uppers, people who talk too much about the stuff that no one cares about, can't read the room. Energy drainers, people who are only negative and complain all the time. She might not like the laughing girl, the girl who likes to laugh then, if they get on the same team. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Packing my bags, $20 to my name, and leaving a toxic, dysfunctional, abusive environment at 21 years old. That's when my life truly began. So I'm guessing this is having to do with more with relationships rather than living on an island. That's what I'm guessing. Anyways, what is something we would never know from looking at you? I am a Sigma female. Yeah, I've never heard a female say they're Sigma, but now we have. An introvert. Nice. I thrive to be a champion, but I don't want the pat in the back. I believe I am powerful, but I treat people with kindness and humility. I will always defend the underdog, even if I don't know them. Okay, that's pretty good. I love them. I love to live life and all it has to offer. I love the bad as much as I love the good because that's where I grow as a person. All right. Who is the biggest inspiration and why? My uncle. I grew up in a very dysfunctional environment. He always took the time to help me and see it wasn't my fault. He showed me pure and conditional love. Why will you be the sole survivor? Because I'm a badass. I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. I will take the lead and follow my gut. I will take out the threats and work on manipulating the others to do what I suggest. They will see following me will help to get them far and will all respect how I played. So basically, she's going to be manipulating people. She's going to be a social strategist who's capable of adapting to the elements, and I guess is good at making fires. So overall, I think Sue might be able to make it to the end if she can play her cards right. And yeah, next is Teeny Churchillo, who apparently is a non-binary contestant. I just realized a 24-year-old from Manahawkin, New Jersey, who is a freelancer. 3 words to describe him would be social, mischievous, and introspective. So basically, we might have another villain on our hands. Alright. Why do you want to be a part of Survivor? Since I first saw the show in 5th grade, I felt it was simply a calling. Throughout my life, I've found ways to play the game, be it wearing a buff each day of high school, forcing my restaurant coworkers to vote each other out. Oh wow, that's intense. Balancing a large personality of my friends, I spent so many years fanatically entrenched and confident I'll perform well. I like the confidence, but let's just hope you don't become overconfident. I've also overstayed my welcome as the pesky fan asking the players for photos. Which previous players do you identify with most? Who do you think you will play most like? Elaine, Evie, and Ty are the players I identify with most. I'll play most like Mike White with a dash of Fabio and a sprinkle of Courtney Yates. If you get it, you get it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I thought it was done. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, no, hang on. Let me pull my tab back up. What will you value in an alliance partner? I tend to gravitate towards women, first of all. As far as abilities, I'll look for intelligence, ability to do mental math that I can't do, and tendency to enjoy gossiping. I think that's what women tend to. I think that does tend to describe better with women than with men. So I can understand Teeny's point of view. So basically, the mental strategy and the social aspect get along with the women better. They can get further. I get it. I also like when people are super eccentric and have a cynical side. I honestly want to work with everyone. So she's open to be willing to play however, whatever it takes to win. Or they, sorry. Their favorite hobbies are writing, thrifting, reading nonfiction, the internet, Planet Fitness, Legit Survivor, and Mock Survivor, of course. Pet peeves are when people are constantly late. It makes me very angry and upset. Okay, makes sense. What is something that we would never know from looking at you? You couldn't know that I did an 18-mile unicycle race in 5th grade or that I used to be fully addicted to the spicy snacks Takis. 3 years clean. Aw, I love Takis, but I guess, I guess teeny ate too much or something. I don't know. Oh, and I feel like the people think I like crafts. Sorry, I don't like to do any crafts. Well, I never got that, so thanks for that. Who is your biggest inspiration and why? I always read these and kind of yawn at the basic mom, dad answers. I mean, I'll give Teeny that can be pretty annoying, but I'm adding on to the dog pile. Come on. But not seriously. My mom, she is the most capable person, one of a kind woman. Without her, I'd never have gotten here. Yeah, parents do tend to be a big inspiration to people, to kids growing up, so I guess that makes sense. Why will you be the sole survivor? Because people like me and I like people. My strategic and physical attributes will be underestimated but sharp, and my social game is going to be killer. So basically, Teeny plans on uh, plans on being more strategic and physical than what others will believe, and Teeny plans on making to have a social game unlike anything we've ever seen before from the looks of it. Time will tell. Only time will tell if this will add up. All right, next is Tiana Hallams, a 27-year-old from Aiya, Hawaii, who is a flight attendant. All right, a flight attendant. She is adventurous, multi-passionate. Multi-passionate? I didn't know that. And funny. Why do you want to be on Survivor? Oh my god, why don't I want to be on Survivor? I love the challenging myself. I want to see who I am when everything is stripped away from me. Yeah, a lot of people have this, and I think some people may wonder why, but I guess people just love adventure so much. I want to afford and thrive in Hawaii as a native Hawaiian. I want to support all my family in all aspects. I love adventure and the aloha spirit. Basically, she's just excited to be here, and she wants to do this for Hawaii, of course. What's one life experience you feel has prepared you for the game? Apparently, she's a D1 athlete. She played volleyball for Gonzaga University and sand volleyball for University of Utah. Hmm. I learned key lessons during the phase of my life like teamwork, handling adversity, the value of hard work, that I'm capable of more than I am, and I'm working on my leadership characteristics. So not only is she working on being a leader, but she's also going to value teamwork. So she might be a leader, and she might do well on the team challenges if she can get the team going. I also learned and still working on the ability to play with my emotions, but not like let it overtake strategy and rational thought. Okay, which previous player do you identify with most? Who do you think you play most like? I resonate a lot with Parvati. I feel like a lot of women do because she used every part of herself to win. She was sensual, cunning, strategic, athletic, and yeah, a lot of people really do like Parvati. I plan on playing hard and using everything that makes me. I also loved Gabler. Yeah, we saw a few Gablers today as well. He was constantly networking but knew when to take a back seat. He listened and observed before making a move. He won individual immunity challenges and could read situations / people really well. I think I'd like to be a stealthy chameleon taking shape of / mirroring who I'm talking to. Ooh, a chameleon. I like that. What will you value in an alliance partner? Open communication is huge for me. There's going to be many times where I won't be at certain conversations. I need to be able to trust that my alliance partner will tell me accurate information so that we can protect each other and make moves together. I also value someone who's willing to make big moves, who's willing to play fiercely, someone who's playing to win, not to lose. So she's going to be a risk. So she wants to look for someone who's going to be a risk taker. So Tiana's going to be playing some is going to be playing some risks. I like that. Favorite hobbies are reading, yoga, hiking, going to the beach. Okay. Rewatching The Office for the spout a thousandth time. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Her pet peeves are entitled people who don't use their blinkers when someone's talking to me, pessimistic people, loud talkers, and people who make others feel lame and caring about things. All right. Well, her biggest accomplishment is the relationship she's built with her siblings. Building solid relationships takes time, patience, unconditional love, support, dedications. It means the promise to do anything for one another. My siblings mean the world to me, and that our bond that we've created over the years is something I cherish more than anything. So she's going to be a relationship builder. All right, that's actually going to be pretty useful. I could totally see Tiana go far, but will she win? I'd say that there's a decent. If she can play her cards right, I think Tiana has a chance to make it far in this game. But if she messes up, I think she's going to be an early boot. But if she doesn't become an early boot, I think she's going to make it very far in this game. What is the biggest. Okay. What is something that we would never know from looking at you? You wouldn't know that I am a really deep thinker. I love asking people deep questions and am fascinated by the human psyche. I'm always the life of the party, but when it comes to one-on-one conversations, I put a lot of effort into truly understanding that person, their passions, and what makes them them. So, okay, so her interview is essentially very relationship focused and very social based, which I think is really good if you want to win the jury. And hopefully that, and if she does become too big of a threat, she's kind of done. But I think she's going to make it far into the end if she doesn't get booted early. Who's your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration is my Mormor. She is everything I believe a person should be. She is patient, loving, selfless, kind, funny, intelligent, and just the best grandma I could ever want / need in my life. When my mom and dad were busy making money for our family, she was the one that took care of us and never complained. Mormor inspires me every single day. I love and appreciate her so much. Hey, a grandma! It is outside the traditional mom and dad, so hey, appreciate it. Why will you be the sole survivor? She'll be the sole survivor because she's smart, tenacious, cutthroat, and socially aware, and have a magnetic personality. Ooh, a possible pathway to be a villain, maybe? That could be cool. I could totally see her be a villain and be a badass about it. I could see that. I have the ability to make people very comfortable and can effortlessly make genuine connections with just about anyone. Okay, she might play more of a mix of a hero villain. That's how I see it. People have an easy time opening up to me and plan on using that intel against others. I want this more than anything, and I'll stay up mining 1,000 idols if I have to. So she's also going to be an idol hunter, which is which happens every season. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty promising. Anyways, and lastly is TK Foster, a 31-year-old who from Maryland, originally from Prince George's County, who now lives in Upper Marlboro. He's an athlete marketing manager. Sorry, something in my teeth. Anyways, 3 words to describe him are spontaneous, genuine, and ambitious. Okay, so he's going to be playing more of a hero type character. Why do you want to be part of Survivor? I feel as if my entire life has led me to this moment to take on a challenge. From my dad going to prison at a very young age to being diagnosed with a kidney disease that almost killed me in high school, since I was born, I've been beating the odds. This beautiful game gives me a chance to do that once again. So this is going to be like a story where you came from the bottom, and then now the journey to the top will be is winning Survivor. So he's going to relate to a lot of people who are struggling with disease for sure. What the life experience, of course, is beating my kidney disease. Definitely prepared me for this game. I learned how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So he's prepared for the elements. I experienced living in the ICU for almost 2 months. That experience truly created a mental state that can't be drained. So he ended up getting a lot of mental endurance from being in the ICU. So he's going to be mentally tough. Which previous players do you identify with most? Who do you think will play most like? My favorite player of all time is Tony. Yeah, we saw quite a bit of Tony today as well. He was also unapologetically him, and I respect that. With that being said, I really haven't seen a player on that show that I see myself in. But I typically gravitate towards the social and physical players. I see these things as being huge parts of my game. Players like Caleb, although I hope to make it much deeper in the game than he did. Alright? What will you value in an alliance partner? Authenticity and trust. I don't want to be aligned with someone who is just being a character for TV. I want someone to align with someone that will stand on business for me. Okay, so he's gonna be playing somewhat like a business, considering that he is a manager for a company. I'm assuming. So someone who's gonna be playing like a business. We'll see how that's gonna work out. His favorite hobbies are watching football, going to the gym. Pet peeves are unmotivated people, of course, and bad hygiene. His biggest accomplishment is his career. When football was taken away from me due to illness, I told myself that some way, somehow, I would work in professional football. I went to college and studied sports management, and many of my professors said that I would most likely end up in life insurance due to me picking that major. I now work as a marketing manager for NFL players, once again beating the odds. All right, another person who's beating the odds. That could be interesting. Could we see this end up being an underdog story if he gets in a corner? We'll see. What is something that we would never know from looking at you? He's a nerd at heart. He loves video games. Another video game all of her life. He also likes animated sci-fi and nature documentaries. Nice. His biggest inspiration is of course his mom, because his mom was a single mother. I've seen her give up and my go get it mentality comes after her. She struggled most of my life raising me and never let it affect the attention and love she gave me. I love her so much. And why will you be the sole survivor? Because I put my mind into it. Once I get a goal in my sights, it's rare that I don't achieve it. I know the odds are stacked against me, but that has been the story of my life. So this is another person who aims to be an underdog in this season, and he's going to be focused. And he's basically going to be he's focused. Sorry, he's focused on winning Soul Survivor, so he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. So with that being said, that's it for the cast. Hopefully this audio is registered this time, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.